Good morning. My name is Grant Anderson, and I'm coming to you as part of PrevaRisk. I'd like to give you a short tutorial on our APP4CHECK software 3.0, how it works, and what all we can do with it. Okay, so that being said, I'm going to share a small presentation with you. Basically, this webinar is designed to give you an idea about the capability and functionality of APP4CHECK and what all it's capable of. Okay. Obviously, with this webinar, make sure that that you can hear me, and if you have any questions at any time, either send us an email, send us a message from the chat window, or contact us in order to. You can also raise your hand, and we'll address your issues. PrevaRisk is a consultancy, auditing, and training services company. We've been around for 15 years, and we've got expertise in health and safety services for more than 30 years amongst our various members. We operate in 18 different countries. We've also got more than 75 professionals that provide health and safety and hygiene services to different hotels and excursions. We conduct over 6,000 annual physical audits. We're pretty big in the name of health and safety worldwide, and especially in Europe. We also conduct more than 8,000 hours in annual consultancy with travel life and sustainability services, as well as for health, hygiene, and safety. We train over 25,000 people annually in a variety of different categories, and we also conduct more than 25,000 annual self-assessments. Okay, these are a variety of our services that we offer. This is just a few of them. Sustainability, as I was referring to, is a partnership that we have with Travel Life, where we encourage through recommendations and suggestions various hotels to have a more circular economy and to use their products efficiently. We also have a service called Hotel Claim, which helps avoid false claims and payouts for those. NutriCook helps control the products offered by various restaurants and control possible allergens in the menu. AccuTel allows feedback from customers and mystery guests and so forth in order to be recorded, and therefore provide you with feedback on your hotel and how to better manage the quality of the services you provide. PrevaRisk is our name brand. We conduct health and safety and hygiene inspections and audits in a variety of different countries. InCook is some technology that we use in order to handle various aspects of the supply chain for restaurants and incorporate new ingredients, new providers, and so forth. And APP4CHECK is obviously the reason why we're here today. We're going to be talking about how to use it for hotels, and some of its functionalities, and what you can do with it. Okay. These are a couple different members of our team. Please get in contact with them if you have any questions whatsoever. I'll be giving this presentation today, but all of our members, specifically these in their various countries, are more than willing to help you with anything you need and talk to you more about the services that we provide. Okay, so that being said, I'm going to take you into our demo account so I can show you APP4CHECK 3.0. Okay, this is the main login screen that you get to. You'll put in your credentials and your password. Okay, you log in. which I have to solve real quick. Obviously, it is case sensitive. So, make sure you get in there right. And now it's loading. Okay. All right, so the first screen you're going to see is the dashboard. Okay, the dashboard gives you all of the graphs for your data, and it presents it in a very visual way so that you can see exactly what your problem areas are, and keep track of those in real time. We have two different profiles that we can offer to hotels. One is a chain director, where you have various hotels that you're in charge of the health and safety for, and you want to keep tabs on each of those. That's the general account we have here. And obviously, the more simple account is just for individual hotels and resorts, and that those are also incorporated into the chain director profile. But you would, in that type of profile, only have access to your hotel. That's the only thing that would appear in your data. So from this main screen, you can see that with various units and so forth, you can filter by typing in a couple words, filter by the units, region, country, and business. Okay. You also see this general graph here of your hotels, and you can see that it gives you an average score, in this case for general safety on this demo account. It gives us an average score of 82%, and the benchmark is an average of all of the different hotels for this particular template. Okay, so it gives you a comparison with the others in your portfolio. Okay, right here we can see, for example, with this norovirus issue, that the average score of this particular institution is 71%, which is higher than the benchmarking score of 69%, so they're doing a little bit better. You can also take off this score and look just at the hotels by clicking on these tabs down here, so you can customize the view. You can also take off the individual hotels so that you have just the scores for the aggregate profile. Okay, with both on there, you can go up here to the top and you say, I want to look at just the problem areas. So you can click on 1 star. It's going to take a second and then it'll load, and you can see that for this particular hotel, the average score of the template is 40%. Okay, so that would be for all of since this is the director profile, this would be for all of the hotels. The average score among them in the category of documentation and safety management is 40%, whereas it's usually up at around 84%. So obviously this is a problem area. Okay, and then another one also is the training visit. Okay, you can select multiples. For example, if I want to look at the mid-range results, okay, what are some light touches that we need to apply to the hotel in order to make it more safe? Okay, we've already dealt with the critical areas and we've got the suggestions in order to improve things. Now we want to look at the lighter areas, and you can see that once again the norovirus appears here, water hygiene, children's safety, fire safety. So each of these are issues that appear in this category, and those can be visualized. Okay. Whenever you come down here to this section, it's going to give you the average score of the hotel. In this case, we've got the top hotel in the demo account is hotel number 2, and it shows us that it's got the highest score. Okay, and then hotel 1 is the one where it needs to pick up a little bit on what it's doing. and revise some specific issues. You can click up here on print, and this will give you a PDF format that you can print out and submit it to whoever you need to, whether you're the health and safety manager and you need to send it to a general director. This is something that's customizable based on which tabs you have open. And if you only want to print out the severe problem areas, then you can do that and send a report. Okay. All right, so the next tab that I'm going to go to, I'm going to refresh the screen real fast. Okay. So if this ever happens, you just give it a second. You can click Control F5 and you can reload the dashboard. Okay. So by reloading the dashboard, all of the areas are going to clear if you've checked off any boxes and so forth, and you can go back into a more general mode. Now we're going to go into the worksheet tab over here. I wanted to mention something else about these other three tabs over here real quick. First, going with the legal notice, we'll go from the bottom up. Whenever you click on the legal notice, it's going to give you more information about data protection and so forth, and why that's important. And you've got this pop-up that will talk about that. Here in the About section, it tells you a little bit more about us and about APP4CHECK, okay? And then over here in the Help section, you've got a clickable tutorial where you can go down into each and every one of these different areas, and if you have a specific need, you say, hey, listen, I don't remember how to do that. You can get into the help guide, and it's very informative on how to use APP4CHECK. Okay, so now I'm going to go back over here to the worksheet tab. I'm going to click on that, and this is going to give me all of the hotels in my under my command and in my profile, and it gives you a breakdown on each of the different sections. Here's general safety, all the way down to gas facilities and training visit. So each of these are the different areas in the health and safety audit, and each of these are different questionnaires. Okay, so you can get in here and click on each of these. It gives you just by moving the mouse over it, it gives you the date in which the last audit was conducted. Okay, and if we want to check on this one, we click on it, and it gets us over here to Hotel 4, and it shows us a dashboard for that specific hotel. Okay, so we can see that Hotel 4 has been doing pretty well overall compared to the benchmark. In other words, the other ones in on this template. Okay, and then it gives us the historical average as well. So as you can see, this is the same graph, but this is per hotel. Okay, so you've also got the gauge, and you can look at the different dates of each of the different audits. Okay, so there's also a distinguishing factor here between first grading and second grading, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. But if we want to drill in to the real problem issues, then obviously we can click on those and then come down here and it'll talk about how it was the training visit questionnaire. Okay. All right. From here, you can also get into the worksheet of that hotel. Okay. And from this view, you've got first grade, second grade, and validation by an external consultant, okay, which is a service that we provide also. Okay. The difference between the first grade and the second grade is you fill out the first questionnaire and you get an automatic score based on the point system that's been developed for each of the different questionnaires. It's kind of an automatic response. Now, you're also going to get suggestions on each of the different problem issues on how to improve that score. So if you correct some specific issues, then you would want to go back into the link for that questionnaire again, fill it out, and you'll get a second grade, and that would appear right here. As you saw on the graphs before, you have the option of first grading and second grading. Since none of these have been graded with a second grading, then they don't appear in that graph. However, if you do a second, like a follow-up after correcting different issues, then that would fill in this column right here. Now, this part for validations, this is we've filled out the questionnaire, we've submitted it, we made some changes, and we would like somebody else to validate our work and make sure that this is really what we're supposed to be doing, whether or not that this is really safe for our customers and so forth. So at which point you could send this to us, our consultants sit down with the information that you provide and they can validate that for you, okay? And that's one of the other services that we provide, okay? You can also see that for this audit done on February 14th of this year, there was only a training visit, okay? There weren't any other issues that were addressed, and so that's this average score that you see here at the top is based on one questionnaire, okay? So just one grade. Whereas over here, this 86% is obviously the average of all of these grades, okay? All right, so you can go back to the dashboard from here, all right? And it gives you the different grades over time, all right? And here down at the bottom, you've got the dates, all right? So I also wanted to show you right here that once again, you can click on, you can take out the benchmarking, take out the historical average, and then you're left with just the average score on the template. Or these tables automatically adjust by clicking down here on the bottom, okay? Now, we'll get back to the other page and see the aggregate view of all of the hotels. All right, we're going to go into one of these hotels specifically. Say hotel to 90%. Okay. All right, now from right here, I want to get into see, I'm going to get into one of these specific hotels. So I'm going to pull this up and let's look at the worksheet. All right. So if I want to look at one of these individual questionnaires, for example, let's go to pest control. By clicking on that, I can get into the actual template for pest control, and you can choose a different template by clicking up here, okay? And this will give me all of the different questionnaires on pest control and the history of these. Here's the start date for when this was conducted and how long it took to complete this questionnaire and so forth. All right. So a couple of things. Each of these questionnaires is independently stored on our server, which means that it's impossible for the data to be crossed with any others, and each one of these is a unique questionnaire. So as far as replacing each other or have anybody else having access to it or whatever, this is 100% your data, and its storage is taken with great consideration. Okay, here in the audit report button that you have right here, if you click that, then it pulls up this pop-up right here. Says that this is not a self-assessment, okay, meaning this was a physical audit that was conducted at the hotel. Okay, so while this is loading right here, since I've got the webcam and everything else up, it's taking a little bit longer, but I'll show you a couple of other things down here. All right, so if you click down here, this, once again, this is how long it took to complete the audit. This is the score, the number of points divided by this. This is how many points were possible. Okay, and that gives us a score percentage of 65%. Okay, 65% is good. Okay, so so the points that are assessed in this are basically whenever you get a problem area, you're tacked on extra points. Okay, the higher the points, the worse. So 1 minus that percentage gives you the 65%, and this gives you a comparison with the others in the template. Okay. If you want to get into the actual questionnaire, okay, all you do is you click here. I'll show you that again. This will pull up the drop down for the questionnaire itself, so you can see all of the answers. Once again, you can export all of this to Excel in a very printer-friendly way, so that you can see all of that information and create your own custom reports and so forth. All right, so if you click on that little button, then it gets you down into the actual questionnaire. You can see that this was just kind of filled out for the demo here. But in any case, you can see each of the different questions, and in that case, the responses as well. Okay. Now I'm going to go over here. This one's still loading. Reload it real quick. Control F5. In any case, since this one was created just for this demo today, we'll pick out another one. All right. You must refresh the dashboard page so it can show any change you make in the new tab. Okay. All right. So what I want to do is I want to go into General Safety. Okay, this one's going to load. All right. All right. In any case, each of these different reports can be printed out and so forth. You can export them to Excel, and you can see each of those. You can also put this. If I can try one for you. Okay, so Once again, different hotel. Click on the worksheet here. We've got all these available. So this is going to load right here. You've got room down here on the actual questionnaires in order to upload images, and then from this report, you would have access to links to those web images on our server. Okay, so you can record audio clips, you can record videos, you can record pictures and submit them as evidence, and those would be included on our server, so you have access to those. In any case, I think I've just about covered all of the different functions. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open the floor up for questions, and I'm going to see if I can answer some of them for you. Okay. All right. Okay, I've got a question right here. Can we personalize these dashboards? Okay. Yes. All of the data visualizations that we have can be individually personalized for each hotel, and we can create dashboards that reflect what you want to see. Okay. So if we get back here to the dashboard, and instead of these filtering by units or by region or by country, you want something a little bit more specific. You want to search by, I don't know, by department or something like that. Then we can do that. So you could search by templates, you know, by pest control or general safety or whatever. We can do that for you. Okay, we can create different filters, different graphs, and all of this is completely customizable. Okay. Are there any other questions? All right. I think that's going to be it for today. I really appreciate your time. I hope you got a good chance to look at APP4CHECK 3.0 and what we offer to hotels and restaurants. All of our technology is proprietary, and at any point, if you want to learn more, please contact us at Pervarisk, and we will look forward to helping you in any way that we can. Thank you very much.